You know, when I made this channel 1 month ago, I said that it was going to be about Overwatch and providing those who need it with PR support because in some point they managed to make a mistake. But I knew that one day I would have to report on an Overwatch YouTuber or an Overwatch streamer. But I figured that it would be about a year down the line, maybe two, because Overwatch as an esport is still very new. But imagine my surprise as I wake up this morning and I look to see what is the Overwatch news of the day. It's not Moira being a little bit overpowered. It's not the secrets of Blizzard World being exposed. But it is the Overwatch streamer KEPHRII being called a hypocrite. Wow! Okay, now before I give my PR advice, let me set the stage for you. Here we have KEPHRII, a very famous Overwatch streamer who used to play on the pro team Liquids. Well, Mr. KEPHRII decided to release a video lambasting the icons of the Overwatch community, saying how they were all immature and how they could learn from him in how they acted. And less than 24 hours later, pictures of him sexting a female and sending a dick pic were revealed to the public. The girls were of young age, but at the time Mr. KEPHRII was only 23, so them being young is no problem. Now, if they were underage, that's a bit of a different story, but that information has not been released yet. Mr. KEPHRII sending sex messages is not the problem. If you are on this earth and of a certain age, then chances are you wish to have sex. There is nothing shameful about it. Unless they were underage. If they were between the ages of 13 and 14, then he is screwed. But if they were between the ages of 18 and 19, then you can just say that maybe it was of a predatory nature. But the act of dating in itself is to be a hunter, to go out and find a spouse. So, for the sake of argument and the purpose of this video, we are going to assume that the women in question were between the ages of 18 and 19. Now, what Mr. KEPHRII did is not wrong on any legal front. Morally, it is ambiguous, and I'm going to explain to you why. KEPHRII was looking for love on the internet. That is something that people do millions of times a day, and not just average people. Big YouTubers have found love through their YouTube channel. Philip DeFranco found his wife because of his YouTube channel. Boogie2988 found his wife because of his YouTube channel. The problem here is that KEPHRII already had a wife when all of this was going on. So, he was using his popularity and his fan base to cheat on his wife, which the world shall see differently than using the internet to look for love. And there we have the situation. And now I'm going to give the PR advice. Okay, now, the first thing you should do is apologize. And where should you apologize? Well, first to your wife, obviously, and then to the internet. Take to your Reddit, take to your Twitter, take to your Facebook if you still use it, and say something like, I apologize to my wife most importantly, and I apologize to my fans. I have let down all of you. I am a young and a foolish man who has made plenty of mistakes. This whole ordeal has been very humbling and forced me to reconsider how I act. And everywhere on the internet where this is up for discussion, they should see this apology. And now that you've got that particular damage control out of the way, let's talk about blowback. No matter what you do, you are going to become a laughingstock in the Overwatch community. But understand that time heals all wounds. And most importantly, drama heals all wounds, or at least takes the focus off you and onto someone else. So maybe for the next 6 months, you're going to be ridiculed by your fan base, by your colleagues, by your friends. All of it is going to just be pushed upon you, and you will have to deal with it. Do not run away from streaming. Take it full force. Stream immediately. As long as you don't say anything crazy on stream, you can't do more damage to yourself. In fact, you may gain a bigger audience from men who have also cheated on their wives. Let the rage come in, because when you take time off, the internet will not forget. So, when you do start streaming again, they will be there. Better to get it out the way early while everything is happening, rather than suffer it later and have to relive it. And let's hope that another Overwatch scandal appears to take your scandal's place. But as I said in the beginning, Overwatch is a budding esport, and like League of Legends and Dota, it typically takes a few years before the real nasty stuff starts to happen. So, Mr. KEPHRII, I wish you luck in the future. I wish you a happy time with your wife, and I hope that this blows over quickly. And for anyone else out there, I thank you for tuning in to the PR department, where I like to talk about Overwatch, and I like to give PR advice. It just so happens that right now, they both have collided. Anyway, you all take care, and please subscribe to the PR department, because apparently my channel is becoming more relevant than I thought it would when I first made it 1 month ago. Wow! Bye-bye. You know, I really wonder why people send dick pics, right? I can understand breasts, if someone sends you a picture of their breasts, because you want to do things to breasts. But I've never heard a female say, this guy just sent me a picture of his junk. I can't wait to have it in me. You know, maybe I'm wrong, but it is a way of thinking. Dicks you have in you. Breasts you want to do things to. Why do people not notice the difference? Is it a form of being conceited that when a woman sees your junk, they just want to touch it? Typically, the penis is just something that serves a purpose to women. They might play with it a bit, but it really is there just to serve a purpose. But then again, maybe this is a topic for another video. The purpose of dick pics. An in-depth look from the PR department.